Super 16 team number 16, the North Schuylkill Spartans.
After falling in the conference semifinals last season, North Schuylkill head coach Wally Hall is looking forward to the tougher competition on the schedule this season. With the Schuylkill League moving from 4 divisions to 3, the Spartans face less Schuylkill County schools and instead face teams they ordinarily wouldn't see in the regular season.
That's what you want. I mean, you want a tough schedule. Years before this, we try to continue to make our schedule more challenging. This year it's definitely a challenge. It's going to help us.
Junior quarterback Caden Mengel took over the starting job in week 3 last season. Now with more experience under his belt, he's ready to be one of the main playmakers on the team.
It's been going better this year. I feel more comfortable with the role than stepping in like kind of mid-season last year, kind of trying to soak everything in, learn everything. But I like to be able to run and be able to pass. I think that dual threat is very good in high school football.
Caden, yeah, definitely. He likes to run the football and he can also throw. You try to get him better in our system and what we're doing. His arm strength, a year later has improved. New year, some different faces. So, getting on with the pads on. Importantly, I'm starting to see what some of our guys could do.
Super 16 team number 15, the Western Wayne Wildcats.
Western Wayne is back to the grind after going 8-4 last year with a loss to Scranton Prep in the district championship. In most recent years, the Wildcat offense has been dominated with a strong core of running backs. That's no different this year with the return of senior Josh Vinton, who had 21 rushing touchdowns last season.
It really comes from the line, that's it. The line they get a great push every single year. Every single game, they just get a great push for the running backs, for the quarterbacks.
We've been very fortunate with the players we've had at running back, but we've got some athletes that are going to play very well in space this year.
The Wildcats do have a lot of veterans returning to this team this year, but a new face at the helm on offense, John Pyatt. But he's not completely new to this program.
He's been in the system. He will step right in and fill the shoes for Frankie LaShawn from last year, doing the things that we expect him to do.
Pretty much this whole team, we've been playing together since Little League, and we can trust John. We know he's going to be able to do what he can do, and he'll get the job done.
Super 16 team number 15, the Western Wayne Wildcats. Courtney Harrison, Newswatch 16 Sports, Wayne County.
Super 16 team number 14, the Riverside Vikings.
The Riverside Vikings are rebuilding back after losing several starters from last season. The good news, there are the next set of playmakers ready to steer the ship this season.
I've been playing with Richie since I was about 8 to 10 years old. I was a quarterback and he was tight end, so same positions for about 10 years now. And J.J. Rogers coming back. He was behind Reese Gahan last year. It's hard to fill those shoes, but J.J.'s been working since he was a freshman.
From smaller, faster guys who can really break the game wide open, everything in between, to some of the biggest, strongest, most athletic guys in the country, like a Tavion Branch. So I'm excited about the versatility that we have within the roster.
Talented Tavion Branch will hold the line on offense and defense. The junior already has 8 D1 offers and hopes to elevate those around him and carry the Vikings far into the playoffs.
It's a lot of pressure, but someone like me, I can handle it and just keep my mindset and being humble and staying hungry. That'd be the right way to do it.
If we know everybody's shooting for us, that should in turn raise our standard, raise our level of play.
Riverside is ready for redemption after losing in districts to this season's Week 1 opponent.
Obviously, we lost a playoff game in Dunmore. We've beat them in a long time, but every week is big for me. We can't look past any team, and I'm going to be excited for every week. Play our best.
Super 16 team number 14, the Riverside Vikings. Courtney Harrison, Newswatch 16 Sports, Lackawanna County.
Super 16 team number 13, the Dunmore Bucs.
A 12-3 season for Dunmore ended in a 2A state semifinal loss to Southern Columbia. Now the team looks to get back to a district title with a new group of seniors stepping in to bigger roles.
Last year we had Thomas, who was a 4-year starter, but Jack he's good size. He could throw it deep. He's good accuracy, and he could run. And overall, he's a pretty big kid.
I learned a lot from the seniors last year on how to lead a team like Nick Donvito and those guys. So I learned a lot from them. It's been great though. The coaches have been super helpful, especially Coach Ballin with teaching me the position. So yeah, I love it.
The Bucs have been putting in a little bit of extra work this offseason. Coach McHale says this is the youngest the team has been in his entire tenure.
Well, yeah, it was like a completely different team last year, and we only have a few returners. We have a lot of great young guys coming up, and me, McNuff, and Nelly are great mentors to them. It'll be fun playing with them.
Gabe Franek, who is a senior, captain, played a lot last year. We expect big things out of him. He has great speed. He had a great track season for us. Ryan Mecca is a kid that played the past 2 years for us, another track guy. We're expecting big things. And Isaiah Parker, a senior, a kid who has big play capabilities whenever he touches the ball. So those are guys we're going to look to make plays, and we're really excited to see them get their opportunity to shine.
Super 16 team number 13, the Dunmore Bucs. Eve Hernandez, Newswatch 16 Sports, Lackawanna County.
Super 16 team number 12, the Blue Mountain Eagles.
The competition and energy has been high all summer long for the Eagles, and Coach Gallagher has a decision to make going into the season. Who is going to be the quarterback starting under center?
Right now, we have a couple QBs fighting for the spot, but I love it. I love the energy that they bring to the table. They both bring their own kind of sides to the football game aspect. It's going to be a fight. We're still trying to figure that out, but I think we're going to be great.
We said that it's going to be a little bit of a process, and it's going to require hard work on everybody's end. And so far, these guys have done a great job, and they've just been committed to the process so far.
Besides the unknown under center, the Eagles are returning a good number of skill position players and leaders on the lines of scrimmage.
Gage Gears, Nick Beckfield, Hunter Blankenhorn, Brad Renninger, to name a few. We're blessed with a lot of leaders here and guys who want to lead, so we're pretty fortunate to have that here.
Reese Miller, I know he's going to be great. He has great energy and he's really aggressive. Wyatt's going to be good this year. He's our corner. I have a lot of faith in him, and then Gage at safety. I think those are three really big guys that lead us. And also everywhere else, D-line, me, Foose, Nick, and Jaden, we don't have any weak points anywhere.
I feel like a lot of people have questions about how we're going to be this year, but I think week one, we're going to come out and dominate. I mean, it's a rivalry game. We can't lose that. We haven't lost it since I've been here, so I'm not losing now. I'm not losing now.
Super 16 at team number 12, the Blue Mountain Eagles. Eve Hernandez, Newswatch 16 Sports, Schuylkill County.
Super 16 team number 11, the Jersey Shore Bulldogs.
Jersey Shore didn't have it easy last season. The first blow, the loss of number 4, Max Engel. The Bulldogs came together and continued the season in his honor and were on a roll until a tough loss to Selinsgrove in the District 4 Quad A Championship. The Bulldogs have plans for redemption with a pack of returning starters that include Elijah Jordan and the Sechrist brothers, Slate and Bo.
We have a lot of guys who can do a lot of things, you know. Elijah obviously at quarterback and Brody here at running back, and all work together and do well.
Yeah, didn't like the way last year ended low. Everyone was pretty sad about how it happened. Just bounce back from that, carry it into this year, and just show people what we can do.
Head coach Tom Gravish is starting his 13th season with the Bulldogs. He expects big things from his team because of what they offer up front on both sides of the ball.
This is probably a record for the amount of linemen we have, period. I think we took 20 linemen to the Pitt and Penn State camps this year, and so we were real pleased with that. They've been consistent all summer, and I think the strength of our team will be our offense and defensive lines.
The Bulldogs are not slow coming out of the gate for this first week of practice because they've got a tough opponent, week 1, Dallas.
You got to be watching film, got to be studying them, make sure no one's not watching film. We just got to be on top of it, know what they're going to do, what they're going to do, and just execute.
Coming into this season hungry, Super 16 team number 11, the Jersey Shore Bulldogs. Courtney Harrison, Newswatch 16 Sports, Lycoming County.
Super 16 team number 10, the Southern Columbia Tigers.
After winning a 7th straight state title, the Tigers are back to business. Southern Columbia head coach Jim Roth says they have an uphill battle this season with a tough schedule and replacing the starters they lost on offense and defense. However, the Tigers are not to be counted out when it's the next man up mentality in a winning program.
We feel we have a lot of good young players, but it's just going to be critical in terms of how well we work here in the preseason and just how well these guys are able to adapt to starting roles.
The depth looks good, especially on defense and our line. We have a lot of good ball carriers, and they have been getting varsity snaps their whole career.
Year after year, Southern Columbia is expected to come out somewhere on top. Going for their 8th straight state title this year, the Tigers are feeling the pressure.
It's a lot of pressure because you just don't want to be that team to lose it.
We're used to it because we grew up like that. All the older kids were used to seeing them win the state titles, so we brought up to win a state title.
8 isn't the only magic number for the Tigers this season. They're also chasing win number 500 for Coach Roth and hope to check that box early.
We definitely want to get it bad. It's definitely our, I think his 500 win is a big part of this season, but we also want to get that state championship.
It doesn't mean a whole lot to me, but it means a lot to me that that milestone is being reached because it just means that our program has done so well over the years.
Chasing major milestones this season, Super 16 team number 10, the Southern Columbia Tigers. Courtney Harrison, Newswatch 16 Sports, Columbia County.
Super 16 team number 9, the Williams Valley Vikings.
In their first season under head coach Steven Sadesi, the Vikings made it to the first round of the 2A state playoffs as district champions. Now, with most of their players returning, they're primed for another playoff run, but they'll have to do it without their 3,000-yard rusher from a season ago. As a way to do that, they've been working on their passing game. They're trying to spread this offense out, pass the ball a lot more, and junior quarterback Brady Schomper is confident in the work he's been putting in all offseason to improve this passing game.
Last year, we weren't really the best at passing. We really relied on Alex a lot, but we did lose him. That was a lot, but we can be very electric. You know, we have a lot of things that we can do. Pass the ball deep, throw it under. It's electric. So
last year we were, like I said, we were so young, and we tended to push our kids a little harder at practice to kind of get the most out of them to be able to compete on game day. And towards the end of the year, our kids were kind of getting run down. We had lost a lot of weight throughout the year, so part of this year is kind of keeping their strength maintained throughout the year to be able to be healthy in the playoffs.
The rapport the team already has, mixed with their confidence in Coach Tedesi's leadership, has the Vikings in a good headspace heading into the season.
Just the experience of our whole team, me, the quarterback, other receivers, tight end, we've all been on the team since playing JV together, and hopefully we can do good this year.
I know everyone on the field has the same want and drive as me, and it's I can always count on them to make the plays that they need to make. There's no worries in our defense and our offense anywhere on the field. There's no worries, and that's great.
Super 16 team number 9, the Williams Valley Vikings. Eve Hernandez, Newswatch 16 Sports, Schuylkill County.
Super 16 team number 8, the Minersville Battlin' Miners.
Minersville is coming off a 10-3 season with a district championship. Overall, it was a season to be proud of, but the Battlin' Miners want more this season and know it won't come easy.
This year, teams are going to be on us. We have a target on our back, and we have to come each week, come ready to play.
Minersville returns with experience, and it begins at quarterback. Dante Carr is a 3-year starter, leading a battle-tested offense.
He could do a little bit of it all. He could run, pass, and he's a dual threat, so whatever he wants to do, it's 99% of the time it works, and we just have really good receivers, and our O-line is looking really good this year.
All those kids are coming back from last year and have played a lot of football for us, so when you think of weapons, you think of those skill guys, but our line's a weapon because they've been there for so long.
With the PIAA's changes to the divisions in the Schuylkill League, that means more classic matchups. And for Minersville, that'll mean 9 straight weeks in a row of those rivalries.
It's Schuylkill County football, hard-nosed football, so every week you're going to have to go in, fighting for wins. It's not like how it was before, but Schuylkill County teams, we love to win, so it's going to be like that every week. It's going to be hard.
I've been saying all summer it's a gauntlet, but it's fun, and that's what we want. We want to play these local teams, and we want those rivalries coming back.
The Miners set some big goals for this season, and the team hopes to rewrite some history books.
District championship, absolutely, but I want to go on a state run. Minersville's never won a state playoff game before, so we want to be the first to do that.
Super 16 team number 8, the Minersville Battlin' Miners. Courtney Harrison, Newswatch 16 Sports, Schuylkill County.
Super 16 team number 7, the Delaware Valley Warriors.
Once the Warriors' trip to Lincoln, Florida is over, they will return home and make the trip to Jersey Shore to play the Bulldogs in Week 2. Then it's Central York, Scranton Prep, and Pawpack on the schedule. Not an easy road for head coach Keith Olsemer, but one he's traveled before.
last season we had a nice run. We lost in the state quarterfinals to the eventual state champ. We had a nice team last year, but that was last year. This is 2024, and we're approaching it as a different team, different squad, different year, and I think that's what we have to do. Lost some really good ball players last year, but I think we have some pretty good ones coming back.
Keith's son Logan becomes a full-time starter at quarterback. He knows the system well and has gained the necessary experience over the last 2 seasons to give this team a chance to win each week.
It's exciting, but it's kind of it is emotional. I mean, growing up around the program, not going to be here. It's going to be a lot, but the ride it has been, it's been a great journey, and I'm excited for this year to finish it out strong.
Change-wise, we had a lot of change in our roster and our lineup. We lost a lot of people. We only returned like a couple players on each side of the ball, but we got a culture here, and I feel like that's the same. Everybody wants to work hard. So
it's a learning curve, 100%. Back half of the field defensively, all new. So there's a lot of learning, a lot of adjusting, but everyone's picking it up really well, and I've been very impressed with everyone.
We return about 4 on each side of the ball, but we also have a good core group of kids who had an opportunity to play quite a bit last year. So we have guys that have some experience that are in some key moments for us that are going to be asked for a larger role this year. And some of those guys who are returning starters, their roles are going to obviously expand as well.
Super 16 team number 7, the Delaware Valley Warriors.
Super 16 team number 6, the Valley View Cougars.
Valley View is coming off a season where they lost in the District 2 Quad A final to Dallas, the state runner-up. This season, the Cougars expect to play a little bit longer.
That was my big preaching to them in the summer that, last year's team we only had 13 seniors, but those 13 seniors led. And this year's group we have over 30. I think our defense is the strength of our team. When you look at us, we have coming back on there, and then the kids that came up from the freshman team, we're big, we're physical, and they have a little bit of a chip on their shoulder and a little bit of an attitude.
I wasn't always this tall coming into high school, and kind of hit a growth spurt this past year. So, yeah, I like to use my height, and I add it into my style of play.
So Valley View is pretty happy with their defense. On offense, you can expect variety and versatility, and expect the unexpected.
Well, last year in games, we had first 5 snaps of the game. I used 5 different quarterbacks at one point. This year, we're going to do similar things because we have a bunch of different people that can perform, and we may as well utilize them. We use a lot of different sets. We're an I formation team, but we spread people out and do a lot of different things. So we try to use all our people.
Our early schedule is very difficult, and obviously prep is our biggest rivalry in Pennsylvania, and that just pushed us all summer and motivated us all summer.
Purple and gold to get your attention, right?
It definitely gets our attention. Our kids, if you see them walking around, they have a beat prep shirt on. But, it's a healthy rivalry, and I really look forward to doing it week 1 instead of last week of the season. It always hangs over our head and their head, I think. But to get it over with early, and I'm sure Coach Gallagher got his kids' attention also.
Super 16 team number 6, the Valley View Cougars. Jim Coles, Newswatch 16 Sports, Peckville.
Super 16 team number 5, the Scranton Prep Cavaliers.
There is a sense of urgency for Scranton Prep. Their first game of the season on WNEP2 and WNEP Plus against Valley View, their arch rival, and team number 6 in the Super 16 countdown.
Yeah, it's definitely a great way to motivate us. It's a big rivalry. The past couple of years, we kind of get after each other a little bit, but we're excited for that game, and I'm sure they are too. And it's a great way in these, hot summer practices to keep pushing because they're a great opponent, and we have to be ready.
So the Cavaliers will have a difficult schedule, especially early, but they are well prepared, especially at quarterback with Lewis Paris, a guy who's physical, can run, can throw, but most of all, can win.
Lou has done a great job for us over the last 3 years. He's a leader. Kids follow him. He's a real positive kid. He's a super competitive kid. He's a big, strong, athletic kid. And, I just think our kids kind of gravitate towards him. With his competitive nature, I think a lot of that stuff rubs off on the other kids, so we're pretty fortunate to have a kid who kind of leads the way that way.
Junior Will McPartland brings a unique skill set as he transfers from wide receiver to running back.
You just got to keep your pad level down and quick cuts, and then you just got to be ready and then make one cut and go.
Having a guy like Lewis, how important is that to the Cavs?
Yeah, no, it's awesome. He's always a leader. He's never down on anybody, always bringing everybody up, and then he's awesome on the football field, so it's good.
Super 16 team number 5, the Scranton Prep Cavaliers. Jim Coles, Newswatch 16 Sports, Scranton.
Super 16 team number 4, the Mount Carmel area Red Tornadoes.
Mount Carmel area looks to start this season fast and furious. The Red Tornadoes had a bad taste in their mouths with a loss to Southern Columbia that cut their playoff run short. The team setting a high bar for themselves this year.
I think that put like a chip on our shoulder this year. We're not losing this year. We want to come hungry. We're coming hungry and high intensity. We're excited for this year.
We haven't got over that hump in a while, the district championship. So a lot of people doubt us when it comes to that because they say once we get there, we just can't win that. So this year our goal is to win that game.
Head coach John Dara is pleased to see that passion in his team because the Mount Carmel schedule looks a little different.
Moving up to AAA, and we're Division II this year, so some new teams on the schedule, some bigger schools. But yeah, we always have our traditional rivals, and we start right off the bat with week 1 with North Schuylkill.
Mount Carmel is returning a good core of seniors this season, and that veteran leadership will be key to help a new starting quarterback this season.
We have Gavin Marshall at quarterback. It's going to be his first year fully starting, but we all have great expectations for him. We know he's going to be a stud.
The Red Tornadoes have faith in the players who will put up the points, but are most excited about the ones who will prevent them.
Our defense is very tough. We've returned a lot of guys. Our line's huge. Just move mass up front, be able to do whatever we want.
We have a lot of depth coming. We have a good young group too. Like our defense is gonna be real good this year. Our team has a chance to be very dangerous this year, go on a big run. Like we have a chance to be real good this year.
Super 16 team number 4, the Mount Carmel area Red Tornadoes. Courtney Harrison, Newswatch 16 Sports, Northumberland County.
Super 16 team number 3, the Danville Iron Men.
Danville impressed last season, going 12-2 before suffering a tough loss to powerhouse Wyomissing in the AAA state quarterfinals. The Iron Men, led by second-year head coach Carl Major, returned the majority of their starters, including the offensive weapons that will once again make them a threat to other defenses.
We have 5 great receivers: Ralph, Duffy, Madden can throw to you. You got Curse when he goes out, and then we go empty and put Bo out there. It's hard to cover us.
We are loaded. I mean, we can spread the ball, we can run the ball. I mean, last year in district championship, Lois saw keyed on the passing game, so Bo Sheptuck's not afraid to run the ball as many times as we need. But we have Cole Duffy receiver, Cam Kearse receiver, Landon Keogh receiver, and Carter Raup, and they're all capable of making big plays.
Having all those key players back from last year is important, but what coach says is just as key for this team this season is the guys on the bench and the next man up mentality.
You got to play guys. That's how you reload and not rebuild. And especially this year, everybody's going to think, oh, well, Danville ain't going to be nothing next year because we're going to lose 13 guys. Well, we'll be surprised.
Especially once you get into like December. I mean, like you never know what's going to happen. Like people are beat up, so having like that next guy that can go step up and go make a play, that's huge. Like that's what really separates like great teams from good teams.
With talent and depth, the Ironmen will have a target on their backs, but are ready to step up to any challenge.
I feel like a lot of teams are going to be hunting out for us. We're going to have a target on our back. But I feel like we can live up to the pressure, and I feel like we're going to do great this season.
It doesn't matter what everybody thinks of us before if we go out and don't perform the way we should. So I think it's just take it 1 week at a time and hope to take care of business. So
Super 16 team number 3, the Danville Iron Men. Courtney Harrison, Newswatch 16 Sports, Montour County.
Super 16 team number 2, the Troy Trojans.
Troy returned 7 starters on each side of the ball after going 12-1 in 2023. Quarterback Evan Woodward returns for his 3rd season as the starting quarterback and his 4th as a safety. Mason Smith and Brendan Gilliland offer first downs and touchdowns out of the backfield. But the Trojans are built inside out.
We are a little more versatile than we have been in the past couple of years. We have some athletes on the perimeter, but our linemen are the most important part of our team, and they're treated as such, and we understand that on both sides of the ball that if we can dominate the line, we have a chance of winning the football game. The games are still won or lost, Jim, and up front.
Well, I feel like it's more of like a team effort than anything, so it's not necessarily just me. Like I feel like if if we all have the ability to just dominate the line, then I feel like we can really win any game that we need to.
Last season, Troy went 12-0, then took on Southern Columbia in the District 4 AA championship. Came up a little bit short. Tigers went on to win their 7th consecutive state championship. The Trojans believe they can beat the Tigers. In fact, they can beat any team on the schedule.
We're not gonna back down from anyone. I mean, we're willing to play anybody. We'll do what it takes to get to the top. I think we're coming in District 4, I think the 3rd in the state. So I mean, obviously our goal is to be number 1, and like I said, we're not going to back down, so we'll do whatever it takes to get there.
A lot of our juniors who are seniors now played in that game, and they had an opportunity to see how close they really were with a team that ended up winning the state championship. And with that comes some lofty expectations, but I don't think we can be afraid to fail.
Super 16 team number 2, the Troy Trojans. Jim Coles, News 116 Sports, Troy.
Super 16 team number 1, the Dallas Mountaineers.
Throw it to the hand. Strike, high and wide. Good.
When it mattered most, Dallas won the close ones. That pushed them to the 2023 4A state final with Aliquippa. Clearly outmatched, that drive to correct those mistakes and fill those gaps fueled the Mountaineers and Coach Manello the entire offseason. Now the focus shifts to 2024 and Jersey Shore in Week 1.
They're an outstanding program, obviously, and he's done a great job there. And we've got some history with him back in 19, and all they do is win. So we know that when we put Jersey Shore up on the countdown clock in the winter, that caught everybody's attention, which is great about playing that type of caliber opponent in Week 1.
Brady Zapaticki guides a talented offense with second-team All-State running back Dylan Geske back. With his foot on the gas, Dallas should pile up points behind that big offensive line.
I mean, it's definitely here in a blink of an eye. I feel like just yesterday, it was state championship, but I mean, it's here and we're all ready for it.
Gavin Lewis and Nate Malarkey are key two-way players. They will provide leadership in the early part of the season with big games against Wyoming area, Abington Heights, and Wilkes-Barre.
Yeah, the offseason, we all put in the grind. We all been working hard and lifting the weights. We got strong guys up front. We got strong guys all around. It's going to be good.
We told the kids, you didn't have to say it often, but you walk in this weight room and have a day that might be a little bit off, you know that they're not going to.
Manello's system is in place. Plug and replace. And you can't create playoff experience. You earn it.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of weights. We have a lot of guys in like the 1,000-pound club, a lot of guys in the club, the most we've ever had. So we've been getting stronger, we've been getting faster, and we'll see where that takes us.
Super 16 team number 1, the Dallas Mountaineers.